You want to have something on its own page with its own headers and footers. Or like the scenario that I prepared here is also a typical one where you say, this is an ugly table, but I have to fit all of these numbers. And yeah, the page is currently in portrait mode. Actually, it should have been just for this table in landscape mode. How do you do this? If you ever tried this, you probably ended up with everything in landscape. You don't want that for a contract. So how do you make that happen? Here you have to, again, understand the philosophy, how Microsoft Word was built. And just like it has styles, which is stuff to do with the formatting of the letters and the paragraphs, you also have sections. And that's that funny thing here in the left corner. It currently says section 1 because there's only one section. And what does a section do? It contains the formatting of the physical page. And it's not just the fact whether it's portrait or landscape, but for example, whether it has its own header and footer, or what are the margins? How much spacing is there between the physical border of the page and where the text actually starts? Or for example, how many columns are there on the page? That's also something that is saved inside of the section information. So you have to create a new section in order to have an independent header or footer, or to have a page independently rotated. Let's do that together here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So you go before the page, before the table here, and you go into layout and you say breaks, next section break. So you probably always wondered what's the difference between a page break and a section break. Let's create a section break because we want to alter the physical properties of the page containing that table. So we say new page. And now we do that action again so that article 3 is again on its own independent section separate from the table. So now we have, look here, section 2. And there is, if you look closely and I select something, a paragraph of article 3 here, it says section 3. So we now currently have 3 different sections which we can independently manipulate. And so we could say now here, for this second section, that the orientation should be landscape. Look how funny. Now we have a portrait page, a landscape page, and yet again, a portrait page. And in the same way, we can say, look here, in section 2, I want to have its own footer. Like we could say, I'm the footer that only shows up in section 2. That's what's supposed to be happening. And you can do the same thing here with the header, like I'm the header specifically for section 2. You can do that. But there is one little twist. This is section 3, but it also still says section 2. That's because Microsoft assumed that usually the headers and the footers, you want to repeat them from section 2. So you actually have to go in here and say, same as previous, you want to disable this, and that's with this button where you say link to previous, where you disable this. So you go in here and you say, this should not be linked to the header and the footer of the section number 2. See, and now this still says section 2. This one here, can you now independently, let's make this bold, italic, whatever, give it its own color. That's all possible. It will be independent from the header here of section 2.
That's amazing because I struggle with this. I spend a lot of time trying to format the table to fit on a portrait mode. So we have a few questions specifically around the footer and the sections. So Shana has asked, in the footer, how do you add sections such as a document number starting at the left margin and a page number centered, etc.? I've seen a table but haven't figured out how to do it.
Yeah, so this is a regular paragraph and it actually has its own standard style. Of course, everything has a style, which is called footer. And so you could change this all as a style, or you can add some styling of your own to the paragraph itself. So that's always possible, but if a paragraph gets a style, you can still afterwards give it what they call local formatting. So where you say, okay, this is the starting point, that style that you gave me, but I want to do additional stuff with it. So what you could do, you can put it left centered, or you can say, I want to insert a page number. I'm working on a Mac and you see this now because here is I believe it's the quick parts. So here you have a whole bunch of page numbers. This is the hard way to do it. Look, here we have an entire page that describes this on our website all kinds of numbering. Like sometimes you even want to have line numbering so that every single line has its own number. All of that stuff can be dealt with in here. And the easier way is to say this button page number inserted here, for example, at the bottom of the page. Let's do it, for example, something like this. Boom, and it will be in there. And because this was independently created independent from the next one, this next one will not have it as soon as I disable that button, link to previous. You can now edit it independently. And it's different. So this one will be left intact because they are no longer linked to each other.